What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Beyond the God TV, home of the outside the box information. Today's topic of discussion you won't be disappointed in. So today we're going to be discussing the similarities in the binary codes of computers and actually human beings. All right. So in order to do that, we have to actually talk about the highest number in the universe. Now, we've been explained that the highest number in the universe is actually a number called infinity. First and foremost, how can they make a word the highest number in the universe? Okay, so now we're going to break that down as far as simplifying that and using numerology. Now, numerology, the highest number in numerology is 9 and would be 9. Dealing with numerology, if you have more than one number, two numbers, three numbers, four numbers, what you have to do is actually add all of those numbers up. And once you get the actual single digit or two digits, so if you add up like 9 and 11, or 9 plus 2, which would be 11. Numerology, that would be 2. Why? You have to add the 1 and the 1 together, which would be equivalent to 2. All right, so now we're going to talk about like the number 9 and some of the things that we use as far as like 9 being like the highest number in the universe. Okay, first and foremost, how many months does the baby stay in the womb? They stay in there for 9 months. Okay, how many planets do we have in our universe? We have 9 planets in our universe. Okay, so now like the third, I guess, breakdown of the 9 would be something that we use every day. When you write down the date, you're using the numerology as far as 9 being the highest number. And it's actually dealing with the years. So what I did is I actually broke down as far as dealing with this, the years. So what I did was I started with a year that started with the 1. Okay, so I went back to 2008. So what I'm going to do is go down. I'm not going to give you all the numbers because you can actually, I'm giving you, I guess, the formula on how to figure out the years and how you can come up with the actual single year or the numerology year for that particular year, starting with 2008. Okay, now you look at 2008, you have 2008. Now, in numerology, I just told you, you don't have just 4 numbers. So it's never 4 numbers. There's never any number outside of 1. So what you have to do is you add the 2, the 0, and the 8 together. 2 plus 0, which would be 2. 2 plus 0, which would be 2. 2 plus 8, which would be 10. So 1 plus 0 would be 1. So 2008 was the actual 1 year. Going to the following year, which would be 2009. So you're going to actually break that down also. So you're going to add the 2 plus the 0 plus the 0 plus the 9. 2 plus 0, which would be 2. 2 plus 0, which would be 2. 2 plus 9, which would be 11. 1 plus 1, which will be 11. Going down. 2010. 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0. 2 plus 0, which would be 2. 2 plus 1 would be 3. 3 plus 0, which would be 3. So if you look how I'm doing the sequence of this, from the 2008 to 2009 down to 2010, they all in sequence as far as 1, 2, 3. Now going to 2011, you're going to add the 2. Let me fold this over for you guys. Okay, so you're going to add the 2 plus the 0, which would be a 2. The 2 plus the 1, which would be a 3. 3 plus the other 1, which would be 4. So you look at that number, 2011, which would be a year of a 4. Okay, so now we're going to fast forward it all the way up until the current year that we are living in right now, which would be 2021. Okay, so now you're going to go 2 plus 0, which would be 2. 2 plus that other 2, which would be a 4. 4 plus the other number, which would be the last number, which would be 1, would be 5. So that's starting with 2021, going into that. So that's kind of a breakdown. We had to go, I guess, break that down in order to actually get to the actual binary codes for the computers and actually the actual human beings. So actually what I also did is I got some flashcards. Now these flashcards are proof that 9 and 0 is the same number. 0 times any number is going to be 0. Dealing with numerology, 9 times any number will be 9. So let's get into that. And not only multiplying 9 times any number, which is going to be 9, and also multiplying 0 times any number is going to be 0. Now you could take it a step further, is doing the addition or adding of 9 to any number plus or adding 0 to any number. Now 0 plus any number is going to be itself. An example, 0 plus 1 is going to be 1. 0 plus 2 is going to be 2. 0 plus 3, so on and so forth. Now the similarities with 9 and 0. 0 plus any number, like I just explained, is going to be itself. And the same thing goes for the number 9. 9 plus any number is going to be itself. An example, 9 plus 1, which would be 10. 1 plus 0 is going to be 1. 9 plus 2 is 11. 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. 9 plus 3 is 12. 1 plus 2 is going to be 3. 9 plus 4 is going to be 13. 1 plus 3 equals 4. You kind of see where I'm getting at? Okay, now from there, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the similarities of 9 and 0, because 9 times any number will be 9. 0 times any number is going to be 0. Okay? So now we don't have to do the zeros, because everybody basically knows 0 times any number is going to be 0. 0 times 1, 0. 0 times 2, 0. Okay, you see where I'm getting at with that? So now we're going to use numerology and do 9s and show you the similarities of the actual 0 and the 9. Okay, so now we're going to start off with 9 times 1. 9 times 1 is what? 9. So 9 times any number is going to be 9. 9 times 2 is what? 18. We can actually get some cue cards here. I don't have the answers on here for you guys, but I mean, we all know addition, subtraction, multiplication, and so on and so forth. So it's not going to be that hard for you, to figure out what I'm talking about. Okay, so I just said 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times any number is going to be itself. 9 times 2 is 18. 1 plus 8 is what? 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 times 3 is what? So on and so forth. What is 9 times 3? 9 times 3? Oh, okay. Well, I was right, though. 9 times 3 is going to be actually 27. 2 plus 7 is going to be 9. Now 9 times 4. There we go, buddy. 9 times 4 is going to be 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. So you see where I'm getting at? So this is like the grand finale. So I just told you, 9 times any number is going to be itself. What I did is I just picked out a random number and multiplied it times 9. Okay, and that number is 9 times 134. All right, so you look at 9 times 134, that is equivalent to actually 1,206. So you add the numerology up. There's never going to be 4 numbers in numerology. It's always going to be 1 number. So what you're going to do is you're going to add the 6 plus the 0, which is going to be 6. Now the 6 plus the 2, which is going to be the 8. 6 plus the 1, which is equivalent to, guess what, people? The 9. Why am I coming on here saying this? Okay, the reason I'm coming on here saying this, from my observation on everything that's going on, is you go on certain apps. Certain apps will ask you on there, are you a robot? Why would they have that on there asking us, human beings, if we are robots? Guess what? The robots are already here. I can actually go and get my wall clock and show you, as far as what I'm going to tell you now. There is nothing new under the sun whatsoever. Nothing new. No matter what new device comes out tomorrow, next year, next 2, 3 years, 10 years from now, it is new to the observer dealing with it right then and there, but it has always been here. So the reason why they are asking if you are a robot, people, the robots are already here. Look at everything that's going on right now as far as, I guess, how they are creating an anaerobic environment. How are they doing that? first and foremost, I mean, I actually quit a job because of this specific reason right here. They are tearing down all of the trees. Why would they tear down all of the trees knowing that we need oxygen? And oxygen is like one of the main sources of us getting oxygen. Why would they do that? You look at the certain electronic devices that we use right now, that we have access to, mainly the internet. When you're looking at the 5G that's in everybody's house right now on your cell phone, I think it's 4G on the phones, but 5G that's in everybody's house right now, guess what, people? It's creating an anaerobic environment. Now you're looking at the definition of anaerobic environment. What does anaerobic environment mean? An anaerobic environment is an environment that does not need oxygen. No, an anaerobic environment is a living organism that does not need oxygen to survive. We are aerobic individuals, everyone. We need oxygen to survive. So if you're looking at, is it a possibility of robots coming here and you like, I guess, not really in tune with what's really going on right now, you can look at our electronic devices right now. Everybody has actual robot right now, and it's actually called the cell phone. If you look at the cell phone, it does basically everything that a robot can do as far as computing and tallying or getting answers for you. Only thing that these robots that we have right now can't do that we have access to is walk. Are they walking? I'm guaranteeing you they are walking. All right, so now you can actually look at certain movies as far as, they talk to us through these movies. Now, one of the main movies that I'm looking at as far as, kind of breaking down the actual, our robots going to be here is actually the movie I, Robot. Now, if you look at that movie, now at the beginning of that movie, when Will Smith and that girl actually fall or they crash into some water, that actually was a scene of us leaving out of the Piscean mind, or actually the Piscean age, going into the Aquarian age. Why would I say that? What does Pisces deal with? Pisces deals with water. It's the fish. It's the water sign. All right, the water barrier, all of that, right? So now you look at what actually came into the water and tried to save both parties, and it evaluated the situation, left the little girl, which was younger than Will Smith, but took Will Smith. Why would they take Will Smith? Because the actual computer looked at the probability of, I guess, survival once, they got back to shore or got back on land. They picked Will Smith. I mean, maybe they picked him because of, he was a star in the movie. I don't know. But if you look at that whole scene, it's like breaking down us leaving one age and going to another. So the Piscean age, leaving out of the Piscean age, going into the Aquarian age, okay? So now, yeah, like, I, Robot is like one of the movies that you can look at as far as, us going into that computer age, all right? And then if you look at those robots on there, they looked like actual robots, but the robots that's in the future, and I'm actually, starting to believe that the robots that look like us are already here, okay? But I'm actually willing to bet that they are, because like I said at the top of the show, there is nothing new under the sun. So now if you look at the new actual, I guess, humans that they're, I guess, creating, that's coming into this new Aquarian age we're in right now, they're actually called humanoids, and then I can actually read something to you. All right, so what is a humanoid? A humanoid is a non-human creature or being or a robot with human form and characteristics. So that's like letting us know that we are heading that direction, and they are already here by us going on certain apps and they asking us if we are robots, okay? So yeah, this was kind of like a brief breakdown, a kind of rough draft. I will be enhancing this video and having more descriptive detail with pictures and everything on the future show. So I appreciate you guys tuning in to this actual piece of information I put out for you guys today, and look forward to more information.
If I'm the messenger, block the messenger.